Okay. Question number 1. What is something Jesus changed about the way you see people? Do you want me to answer first?
Yes.
Okay. So I knew some people that were really mean to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I hated them. Like, I genuinely hated them. And I asked God to help me see their value. Because, like, when I went to church, they were like, you got to love everybody. And if you can't love somebody, then you need to pray to ask to see, like, why you should love them. So I did. And those people that I used to despise, I don't anymore. I understand why they did those things. Everyone goes through hard things, and it's not very fun to go through something like that. But, like, sometimes people just take it out in a way that isn't the nicest, and that's okay. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's okay to be mean to each other. We need to be kind, but we need to remember it's not our job to judge them. It's God's. If they're mean to you, keep being nice to them, because, like, in the end, I'm going to get judged for me being mean to them. It doesn't matter if they were mean to me first. It really doesn't. Either way, they'll get judged and I'll get judged. We also need to, like, that goes along with being like Jesus. I feel like you always hear, like, try to be like Jesus, or like follow his teachings. And on the cross, like, after Jesus had been whipped and was bleeding and dying, he said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Which is really, like, it's like, man, that girl was, like, said some mean things to me, like, I hate her, but, like, he was literally being killed, and he still forgave them. And you don't know what people are going through. I don't know what you're going through. You don't know what I'm going through. You just got to be kind. So
I understand that, though, like, not knowing what people are going through, because I remember being in an activity, and I remember I was kind of little. I was like 9, maybe. I don't remember. But anyway, I went to this activity, or in the daytime. So throughout, like, a whole week or so, our dog was slowly dying of, like, cancer. And when I went to this activity, everyone was just, like, so happy and everything, and I was just, like, sad, and I remember being a little snappy to some people. And, like, I remember this girl, she's just like, are you okay? Like, you don't know what other people are going through, so you can't be so quick to judge, like, oh, that person's mean just because they're mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 2 is, how do you keep your faith strong when culture or friends believe something different? This one's a really hard one. For me, I do have different beliefs than my friends, and the main thing that helped me is I ask for a surety that what I know is true. And once I know it's true, it's hard to get me to change my mind. Like, it's very difficult. And I also realized that if, like, I really don't know, I realize that with the stuff I've been taught, there's a lot of confusion. It's like super confusing. And, like, confusion comes from Satan. Like, do you think that if God's plan was the actual plan, and he's, like, perfect, all that, if that's actually true, why do you think he would try to hide stuff and not tell you the full truth of everything? I think he gives us everything. He's like, there's the proof. Like, so I think just knowing for yourself that it's true.
But you gotta think, for the question at least, it's how do you stick up, or I don't remember exactly
how do you keep your faith strong?
How do you keep your faith strong? I was having a conversation with ChatGPT, and anyway, I was curious. I was just like, my mom was talking about boundaries. I wonder how good mine are. So I was like, hey, can you give me a boundaries test? Okay, I asked it to be brutally honest on a scale of 0, like you have no boundaries, you have no spine, you don't have anything, to 10 being you're very strict with boundaries and like you're too much into boundaries. So like the middle, it was saying the best would be like 6 and 7. Anyway, yeah, like those numbers. Anyway, so I was just like, okay. So I took the test and I was just like, your boundaries are a 4. And I was like, oh no. So I was like, okay, let's role play. You pretend to be a friend and like peer pressure or something, and I'm gonna respond with my honest answers. I got to a 2. And I was answering honestly, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I feel like if in that case, you have to stick up for stick up for what you think is right as well. Like, even if they're like a friends or community or whatever, just like, oh, I believe this, and you have different beliefs, you should keep your boundaries strong, even though you're not gonna you will try to say your side to them. You don't want to be rude.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you are in a situation where friends or family believe different, you just got to get help from God. Like, what else can you do? Like, you need to be nice to them. You can't like be a jerk about it, but like you just got to like believe it for yourself. I feel like when you really know something to be true, it's a lot easier to keep faith in it. Number 3. What's your favorite worship song right now?
Okay, I know a lot of different religions will have arguments about this question, because in other churches I know that means something different for them, but I consider that question as just any Christian song.
Mm-hmm.
Demons by Joshua Messiah Queen. That one's my favorite right now.
Yeah. I like Nobody by Casting Crowns, and then The Truth by Megan Woods. Have you heard that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh, we need to listen to it. It's so good. Oh, question number 4. If you could ask Jesus one question, what would it be?
When are you coming back? I feel like any Christian would say that. Like, when are you coming back? I don't know. I don't know if that would be my actual question. I don't know.
Well, I have... My question would be, what happens when we die? Because for a long time, I've just not, like... I don't know. I definitely need to do more research in it, but I've heard somewhere say that, like, Christians shouldn't be afraid to die, but I'm afraid to die because I don't know enough about it. Like, I really don't know what's going to happen. Like, yeah, I just need to do more research on that. Anyway, what's one piece of advice you would give to someone trying to grow their faith? My answer is pray and find out for yourself if God is real. This is a song, I don't know how many people listen to it. Search, ponder, and pray.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah, I've heard that one. I love that one.
I feel like you, like, I don't know. I've used this as my base for this one. So you search the scriptures. You get the knowledge you need to know.
Yeah.
Then you think about it. You think of the pros, the cons. Could this be true? Could this not be true? And then you ask God with the knowledge you have, and He will tell you if it's true. You can only really go so far in another person's faith. Like, I can only go so far with you telling me this is what you believe. Like, you can't go forever on your parents being like, yep, God is real. Like, there's one point that you're going to get there and you just, that's not going to work. Their knowing isn't going to be your knowing, and it's not going to work for you. So you just have to, like, figure it out for yourself and ask God yourself. Like, oops.
This podcast was interrupted by Sophie's phone. Please stand by.
Oh, okay. My turn. Okay, I know this is a basic answer, but it's true. You should search through the scriptures as well. Like, the Bible is so good. Like, I feel like my favorite book, like, I don't know if every Christian or everybody has a favorite book of the Bible, but mine is Matthew. And I don't understand. Maybe it's just because I have an NIV Bible, but maybe it's just because it's easier to understand. But I totally relate to him. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I love this book so much. So, I mean, I haven't read choking on my own saliva. You're fabulous. I haven't read the whole Bible, but out of the books I've read, I think Matthew's my favorite. So if you find your favorite book, then you can just, wow, this is so good, and you just want to know more. So
that can definitely help grow your faith. Next question is, who is someone that has inspired your faith the most? Do you want me to answer first again?
Sure.
Okay, so the thing about this whole situation, why I'm going first, is I actually got the questions and I planned them, and she's having to think of everything, her answers on the spot.
Yeah.
I actually have two people.
Okay.
The first one is my mom.
Mm-hmm.
She's taught me so much. She learned a lot of stuff and told me about it. But I think, as I was saying, you can only go so far on someone else's faith. She was kind of like my search, part of my search. So search, ponder, and pray. She was like, here's some information. I want you to think about that. And I want you to pray and see if it's really yourself. She wasn't like, this is the truth, and I won't love you if you don't believe this. She didn't do that. She was like, this is what I know to be true, and I hope that we can come to a similar understanding, but if not, that's okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's really helped me grow my faith, because knowing that it's okay to tell her, hey, I don't exactly believe that. I believe this. And I think that's helped me grow my faith. This one's kind of embarrassing. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being dramatic. If I'm gonna be honest, the guy I like. Not because he is specifically it's not because of a specific situation that happened where he was like, oh yeah, here's some things, and it helped me grow my faith. It was more of, when you like somebody, you try to better yourself. And he goes to church, so I was like, oh, I mean, I don't have the best relationship with God, so maybe I should work on that. And then being I originally started growing my faith for him, and being so that he wasn't thinking I'm lame. But then lame. I got more into it, and I was like, wow, I mean, I'm glad that I'm glad that I was able to start through him, but that it's been able to go further beyond him, of my own personally, I'm wanting to do that. And honestly, I thought he was too good for me, and I was like, okay, if I want to be able to reach his level, I need to become closer to God, because that's the only way I can become better. And I think after I've been more become closer to God, I've realized that he's not too good for me. He's not it's not oh, I'm way above you. We're both just children of God. I think that it's helped me go beyond just being oh, I have to be good enough for him. It's oh, I am good enough. I should try to better myself to be better for God, not for a guy. But I think I'm still very thankful that I've had the experience of liking somebody and realized, oh, I need to better myself, and was able to come to that conclusion. So yeah, thanks.
That's beautiful.
He might be watching. Thank you.
I think for me, I could say I have two people too. The first one being my mom. Yes, my mom, and even my dad. My mom and my dad, they've both tried to teach me a bunch. And like you said earlier, you can only go so far with just being told. So then my second person is Jesus. Now hear me out, because I don't have the greatest relationship with God either, but sometimes in my head I'll be like, little things, like just little things. Like I'll be like, oh, you should listen to this. Like I'll be like flipping through like songs or even like, I don't know, like shorts, on YouTube, and I'll be like flipping through and be like, wait, you should just listen to this. And it'll be like Christians and they'll be like talking or whatever and sharing the Bible and stuff. I'll be like, wow, okay, I actually needed that. That was what I needed today. Even like songs and stuff, like that song I just told you earlier, the Josiah Queen one. I was like listening to some great Benson Boone, and I was skipping through a bunch of the songs. I'm like, oh, so I just don't feel good today. So I was just like skipping, and I was just like, ooh, this song's nice, and I just felt the spirit. I've heard a lot of people say, what is, like to other people, what is your favorite way to worship or find God? And mine, I love music because I can just feel the spirit. So
This is the final question, and it is, what is something you're praying for right now? My answer started with something I used to pray for. So I used to pray to be pretty.
Girl, you already have that.
Well, that's kind of goes along with what I was saying. So I would pray to be prettier. But after talking to friends, I've always had people tell me like, oh, you're pretty, like, even though I don't see it. And I realize thinking someone is beautiful or pretty is just an opinion. And it's not my looks that need to change. It was my opinion that needed to change. So instead of praying every night, please make me prettier, like make my hair better, make my skin better, just make me a really gorgeous baddie.
Yes.
I would be like, please make me more confident and like make me realize my worth. And because he's given us our bodies and the way we look for a reason. So like, instead of being like, change me, change my looks, be like, make me confident, make me happy with the way I look.
Yeah.
And I've actually like, I would say, I don't know if this is just like emotional resilience or like spiritual resilience, just resilience in general. I don't know, I'm a lot happier, I would say. Like, even when something bad happens, I used to be upset about it and I'd be like, oh, and moping around. I had an experience at prom. Let's see, that was Friday night. I was so upset. I was like bawling. And then I was like, when I got home from prom, I was like, fine. Which sounds weird, but I was really upset and I felt really validated in me being upset. It made sense. Like, I feel like the reason I was upset, I felt like that was a good reason to be upset. But I realized after like going through and learning about my emotions and like learning more about God, that I'm able to just kind of let that sadness go. Like, I've never really been one to stay sad super long, but I definitely still had like a weird like about everything I've been sad about. But like, I feel like now I just feel like the peace. I was like laying in my bed the other day and I was like, oh, I feel like a marshmallow. I feel like it's so peaceful and squishy. I think that's only come from just, kind of the podcast, if we're going to be honest. Because doing the podcast, like, I can't, like, I don't love to be unprepared. So, like, I'm preparing all the time, pointing you out. I find that I have to think about God more when I'm like, oh, yeah, this for the podcast. Or every time that, like, a notification pops up being like, a new person followed you. Or, like, if this person said a comment, I'm like, oh, my goodness, I'm sharing stuff online. Like, I don't want to be spreading lies. I need to find the truth. And which has also brought me closer. So, yeah. So just in case you got lost there, the question is, what's something you're praying for, right?
Okay, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Anyone, I don't want them to take this the wrong way, but to be closer with people and have more contact with people, because I don't know, I feel I mean, I don't get to see a lot of my friends all the time, and even like my closest friend, I don't ever really get to see her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Cupcake. I love you too. So I guess I'm just praying for connections and to feel like, oh, thanks. To feel, I don't know, because I mean, I was going to 2 homeschooling groups for a little bit, and that felt overwhelming. But now that I'm just going to 1, it feels less, but I don't know anyone there. So it just
I have
burns.
your solution.
What?
You stop going to other homeschool group and you start coming to the one you were going to previously. The one with me.
Oh, yeah. Blink, 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 blink.
Can we do a little like, yay, we're
Jazz
end of-
hands.
jazz hands, end of episode. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Bye!